Listen to this. Stats about the dating world that people aren't telling you. Stats about the dating world that people aren't saying. 64% of women said they're not settling for anything less than what they deserve, respectfully. About 46% of adults didn't even get asked on a date last year. 46% of adults don't even get attention or were asked on a date last year. 80 to 90% of women, I'm gonna just say 80 comfortably, 80% of women are competing for the same 20% of men. Nearly 50% of women will be single and childless by 2035. 50% of the women. 55% of women say they want providers. Well, 62% of men say that they won't date a woman that don't bring equal or a good amount to the table. But a lot of women that want providers tend to want men to pay all the bills. We have to learn the difference between providing and actually being a father. A lot of women these days are looking for dads. About 60% of women that says that make over $100,000. And let's just be clear, not a lot of women make $100,000. A lot of people exaggerate and exacerbate the statistics because they might know two or three of their friends, they're in that realm, but most women do not make six figures. Most black men don't make six figures either. So let's just get that straight, right? Now, going back to what I was just saying, the more earning a woman makes, a lot of times it's harder for her to find a mate. It's not because men are scared of her income, it's because she leads with her income, meaning she makes money, so therefore she throws it in a lot of the men's face. I'm not saying all women do this, but a lot of women do. And then the second part is she's not willing to share everything that she's created. So realistically, she's only built herself up for herself. So in most cases, a man builds himself up to take care of his family. A lot of the times when the women, they build themselves up economically, they're not looking to take care of men. So it don't even make sense that a man entertains a woman who earns a lot because he's not going to get from the earning anyway like that. She's going to be very selfish with it anyway. So what's the point? A major statistic that you don't see, and the reason why most people can't date is because most people say they're not dating or can't find a mate because of their expectations. But it's weird that people can't see that maybe your expectations are unrealistic. A lot of the times that people say what they want, a lot of the times the things that want them are not looking for them. So for instance, what you want and your expectations, they also have to be attracted to you, whether male or female. Sometimes, being fair and honest, the women and the men that you may want don't want you. Have you ever thought about that? To be 30, 40, 50 years old and never being approached by that person that you say you want, maybe your expectations might be a little unrealistic. With the world changing so much, I genuinely believe that half the women that's in the dating world are dating with intentions, meaning looking to be married, if that. I believe that more women nowadays are looking for a lifestyle and they're looking more as a business aspect opposed to actually building families. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. The reason why you see the wealth gap actually diminishing, especially in the black community, is the fact that we do not get married as much as we used to. Secondly, we own less houses because we don't create families. And by not creating families, we create more broken families than we actually create stable families. And that's creating a wealth discrepancy between any other culture because Asians, Indians, white Americans, they still believe in marriage, and black families still don't understand marriage is the key component to building wealth. I'm gonna give you one more statistic. A lot of these women, they go into these dating apps, they filter 6 feet and over. They want men that are 6 feet and over, right? This is a scary truth. Only 3.9, I'm gonna give y'all fairly, 4% of men are 6'2" and up. 4% of men in the US are 6 feet and up. So ladies, that means you have to be substantially meeting the criteria of that 6'2" guy because the realistic nature, 4% of men are 6'2" and up. And the realistic nature is that means 96% of men aren't. So you're exiling or exempting 96% of men. You better be that 4% of women that those 4% of men are looking for. You better be something special because in reality, with that kind of situation, they have options. So you got to make sure you meet the option, you meet the requirements that they're looking for. Don't let this go over your head.